Hi there. My name is Jo, and I thought I'd do this first video, so forgive me if I haven't got all the posh lighting. And it's balanced on a load of books at the moment, and I'm just using my iPhone, a very old iPhone. So forgive me for that. But I just thought I'd have a bit of chat for those of you that are going through a rough time at the moment, and maybe to make sense of things and to just try and help in some way. And I really hope that it does. So at the moment, the world is going through a bit of change. It's going through a bit of turmoil. On the one hand, it's a positive thing because it's got everyone talking, and change is about to happen, whether we're going to like that change or not. So that could be a positive thing. And also, it's getting everyone to use their brain. It's waking people up. It's getting them to ask questions about things, so, debate things. And if we're going to move forward, if we're going to evolve, then we need to be debating things. We need to be sending lots of thoughts out. So that's quite a positive thing as well if you're feeling a bit down at the moment. Now, this isn't a religious channel. It's more of a philosophical life experience channel. And I have worked with people in mental health. I have worked in the field of mental health. And I have helped quite a few people through emotional turmoil. But I no longer wish to do that one-to-one. It's very, very draining when you've got your own stuff going on. And, you reach a certain age and you wake up yourself and think, okay, I need to start taking care of me as well. So the best way for me to give service is just to give these messages out to the whole. And whether you want to share them with your friends and family or not, or neighbours, then that's great with me. But I do not claim to be an expert. So please do be aware of that. I'm not claiming to be an expert in anything. I am just Jo, and that's why I've chosen that name. Hopefully I'll get that name for the channel. I haven't uploaded yet or even started my YouTube. So the topic today is when you're feeling a bit down about, the unfairness of life. The feeling of unfairness is quite common. It's only natural. And life is unfair, let's be fair, or it seems to be very, very unfair. I myself was born into some very sticky circumstances, shall we say, from day one. And if I wrote a book, I'm sure people wouldn't believe me the amount of negative things, let's say, that happened literally from day one. But I've survived so far. I'm 60 next year, and I'm very grateful that I've made it this far so far. But the thing is that if you're feeling in that low vibrational area of things aren't fair, it's not working out for you, you've had a rough time, it's just not happening, I want you just to consider these little thoughts, and I'm really hoping that they're going to bless you right now and you and your family, and they are going to help you. And these aren't tips that I've got from other YouTubers. It's literally from my own experience and tuning in to my own philosophy as well, and whatever else is out there. Okay. So the first thing I would say is just to accept, okay, that there are imbalances at the moment, but it's not going to be like that forever. I really don't believe it's going to be like that forever. I believe we're sentient beings. We're more than that. We're capable of more than that. And with the introduction of AI, there may be a more logical stance, a more harmonic and equilibrium type stance that will be in our future with any luck, which means that things will be sorted out properly rather than just emotionally. Emotions are good. They're a guidance system. They let you know if there is something up, if there's something in your system that isn't right. They're very, very useful. They're good to look at. But if you don't know how to manage your emotions, if you get carried away with them, if you run away with the negative ones especially, they can get you into an awful lot of trouble. And I don't want that for you. So that's something else that I'd like you to consider as well. Try and step into cool, calm logic when you start to get really panicky and are logical about things. I'm not a terribly logical person. I'm a creative, I must admit. And I do struggle with that. But I am capable of it, and I do know that I am. And if I can do a certain amount of logic and be calm about things, so can you. Another thing is when you start to speak things and say, oh, isn't it disgusting? The rich are getting away with this, that, and the other. They always get their own way. Life is easy for them. It's not fair. They're all corrupt. I've gone down that rabbit hole myself. Some of it may be true, yes. But believe you me, and please do listen to this. When you speak something from your mouth, not only is your own ears and subconscious mind hearing that and taking that in as gospel, but you are proclaiming it as a truth, as a solid truth, as a whole 100% truth to others. And when you start to spread that rumor along, it will become a truth, because people, when they get a label, even the rich, they tend to believe it. If you keep telling a child they're naughty, they will believe that they're naughty. And then sometimes they might think, well, I've got nothing left to lose. I may as well be naughty because that is who I am. So please don't keep proclaiming these unfairnesses, these injustices, because yes, money can corrupt the wrong kind of weak mind. But a strong mind, a courageous mind, a righteous mind, and they do exist, people who have got mental strength, they do good things with money. And they realize they're blessed and they try to do the right thing. They do. These people do exist in the world. But sadly, we also have the other side of the yin and the yang, the balance. And you do get idiots who have, let's say, fake confidence. They think they're gods. Some of these celebs honestly think they are the best thing since sliced bread. They believe it. They're being told it all the time. Don't you look great? Oh, you've had that work done. Oh, you look at least, 25 years younger. And they believe this stuff. And because they believe it, yes, they do look good. And good luck to them. Who wouldn't want to look good? Who can blame them for wanting money? But the difference is, you can be a good person having money and a generous person and a fair person, or you can be an absolute a-hole, if you know what I'm saying. And it's a choice. Everything in a life is a choice. Even you listening to me now. Okay, so just take that on board and try and have a little bit of a healthier, more uplifted, optimistic view of the world, because you don't want your kids or people who are vulnerable, people who are really innocent, feeling completely depleted of any kind of personal power, and that they're just a victim, that you've put them into victimhood. And they think, oh, that's it for me now. I just, what's the point of carrying on? And you don't want anyone going down that rabbit hole, because it's a slippery slope and it just leads downwards. You don't want that. You don't want to weaken yourself. You don't want to be a victim. And sometimes we do get played by the media. We do get played as idiots. And remember that their job is to over sensationalize things. So it's their job to deliver bad news, because people actually like a bit of drama. It's an unfortunate side effect of human nature. If we had all newspapers on the sidewalk or on the pavement here in England where it said, oh, a woman had triplets today and she won the lottery, there's some people that would be jealous. There's some people that would, be thinking negatively. There would be some people that would be uplifted by that story. But if right next to that it said, oh, man, got run over by a train in freak accident, then people would be looking at that, unfortunately, more so. What we need to do is train ourselves to look for the good, to actually seek it out, to search it out, to speak of it. And that will help your mental health. It will help your physical strength. The cells in your body are listening to everything that you're saying, everything that you're doing, everything that you're seeing. Believe me, please, this is true. And if you want to uplift yourself, if you want to feel better about your life, then start just entertaining a little bit of daydreaming. Wouldn't it be nice if this happened? Just play with the concept. Wouldn't it be nice if they invented this? Wouldn't it be great if people started talking about this? And rather than trying to be fashionable, rather than trying to fit in, when you know that what you're saying or thinking maybe doesn't resonate, doesn't sit with you well, doesn't sit with your moral compass, with your heart, with what is natural, with what is nature, with what is love, what you believe to be God or good, then don't go with it, because over time you will get the face you deserve. Now, I'm no Elizabeth Taylor, I'm just Jo, I'm just an average woman. There's nothing special about me. But you've got to kind of be kind to your mental self, to really do yourself some service so that you don't lose it entirely and you don't pass on generational curses, traumas, worries, unnecessary concerns that often come out in the wash eventually anyway. And yes, we are going through a rough period at the moment in life, there's no doubt. But, if any of this advice can help you whatsoever, I am happy to continue doing videos. And I've got so many experiences around unfortunate things and how to deal with them now. I've learnt the hard way around alcoholism, adultery, suicide, miscarriages, homelessness, yes, debt, health issues, extreme pain, hypnosis, tarot. I've got waitressing. I've got even author writing. I've got so much knowledge about so many different things. I've done a lot, and it's been great fun. So if you want me to talk about anything, ADHD, got that in the family, and I've got that myself as well, and what my theory is why we have it as well. If you're interested in any of these philosophies, any of these life learnings of my 60 years on the planet, then do get in touch and let me know. I won't be able to answer everybody, but I'm here to help. And this was just a little message today. I didn't want to run over 10 minutes, but it's now 12:46. So I'm going to try and finish up by 13 minutes in. Anyway, love to everybody, and please pass this on if it's going to help anyone at all in your experience. Okay, bye-bye.